Hi guys. So my daughter seems to think that I should post some actual video from out here milking. Um, I milked twice today. This is Velveteen that you're seeing the back of. Um, I let her come out first tonight because she seemed to be really anxious to get her grain and all the things. And Bailey's will be next. No, Velveteen, keep your feet down. I had to use hobbles on her for a little bit, which is a normal thing for goats, to try to train her to keep her feet down because she wants to kick a lot. So she is doing a whole lot better. I only had to use them for maybe a week or two. Not very long because she very quickly learned that either she kept her feet down or her feet were going to be constrained. Come on, Velveteen. Come on, feet down. Feet down. Velveteen is the one that actually produces the most milk, I think, out of everybody. Um, but Bailey's has an issue and only has the one udder that I can milk from this year. Velveteen has both. Velveteen is a first-time freshener. She had twins this year. Bailey's had a single, but that's pretty normal for Bailey's. She's had twins one time in the 4 years that we've had her. And I'm not sure how many she had prior to. But as you can see, this is a time-consuming job. Okay, I think I got that side. So let me try this side again. We have to get all the milk out, or it can cause them problems, which is what I think happened with Bailey's. I was working, and I didn't milk her, and I assumed wrongly that her baby would take care of everything, and that didn't happen. So we took her to the vet, and come on, Velveteen, it's okay. And we got her taken care of. Come on, Velveteen, it's okay. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some salve on her. I can make this, but I ordered this from Molly's Herbals because I don't have very much comfrey this year. So I usually spread it on my hands like this, and then I go up behind and rub it on. You can see she's wanting to kick tonight. And then I wipe my hands off. And then I have a homemade teat spray. That's a little bit of alcohol and some water and some essential oils. And I spray this instead of iodine, which just basically helps to close her teats up and make sure that no dust, dirt, goat poop, whatever she might lay down in, gets up in those teats and causes an infection. So I'm going to bring this up to the front. Sorry about my barn. It's an older barn. Here is Velveteen. Say hi, Velveteen. She's eating her grains tonight. And it's just a real cutie. So, something else that I wanted to show you all behind me. Ignore the box. That's to control the pigs. Do you see that big fan back there? It is not running right now because it has enough power that it will actually blow the milk away from the bucket and the milk will not get in the bucket, which I did not know that until we got it all set up and we gave it a try. So what I'm doing now is I'm moving the milk bucket just in case she decides to get a little excited. We don't want that kicked over. You ready to go back in, Velveteen? You ready? Okay, come on, girl. Okay, so she's going to go back in the stall. Come on, Velveteen. I got to get past you to open it up. Okay, she wants to go in on the chicken side. Go on, girl. And I'm going to get Bailey's. And switch out feed buckets so that Bailey's has plenty to eat. I'm going to dump the little excess that was left in Velveteens into Bailey's because Bailey's may just want that. Okay. And, oops. Bailey's, are you over here now? You ready? You ready, Bailey's? Come on, Bailey's. Come on, girl. Okay, so there she goes. That's Bailey's. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Come on, Bailey's. Come on, got your food up here. Come on, Bailey's. Hey. Come on, got your food. Come on. Come on. Are you going to be stubborn? No, here she comes. Okay, go on. Get your food. Come on. Come on, get at your food. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Okay, so there goes Bailey's. Getting her food. You want to say hi, Bailey's? Want to say hi? Okay, she just says, milk me, please. Okay, so I'm going to sit this, hopefully, where you guys can see. Let me get the milk bucket, and I will rearrange how this is. Okay. So you can see she only has the one side this year. Vet said she should be fine next year. So what I do is I'm washing her because we want everything good and clean. So, and I wash this other side too. That way, like I said, everything is really good and clean. And then we're just going to start milking. Bailey's, I need to move your foot over just a little bit. Okay. So Bailey's is really easy to milk in comparison to Velveteen. But we've been doing this 4 years now too, so. But that's it. And I will show you the inside of the milk bucket. I'm going to have less this evening than what I have in the morning. I get anywhere from a quarter gallon to a half a gallon per milking, depending on how much milk they produced, which is in direct relationship to how much they've ate. It was kind of hot today. So I'm thinking they may just hang out in their stalls tonight and eat some hay. They did go out, they ate some grass and things like that. But, low Bailey's, careful. We have a lot of flies this year, which is not normal. And I don't know if it's because of the pigs or if it's just a bad year. I've heard other people say they have the same issue. And if you guys are leaving any questions or comments, I will reply to those just as soon as I'm done. I do trade hands when I'm milking because I have arthritis in my hands and sometimes it's really hard for me to stay on the same hand and milk. I do have a milk machine, but to be honest with you, I prefer doing it by hand, and I think the goats do too. You can see this. If she had both of her udders in use this year, I think we would be topping this bucket, which is a 1 gallon bucket that I bought. Gosh, it was when we got our first goats. So 2005, I think, is when I bought this bucket. So, and we just milk until we can't get any more. But her stream is still really strong. It's okay, Bailey's. It's okay. You're a good girl. Okay. That's it for her. Let me get her cleaned up, and then I can show you the milk buckets inside. I will take this in the house, and I will strain it and pasteurize it, and then run it through my cream separator to get the cream off so that I can make butter or whatever else, ice cream, whatever I want to do with the cream. So, and she too gets some of, that's what that looks like. This is from Molly's Herbals. Like I said, I can make it, but I just didn't have the comfrey this year to do that. So it was just easier for me to buy it. And she gets, including the udder that is not working, we want to keep these soft. And we want to use the ingredients that are in this salve to help her heal so that we know for a fact next year she will have both sides working. Okay, so we have sprayed her. I will put this stuff away and I'll move the milk bucket. You're on board with the radio and now what I normally do, I have to move this. I don't know. I wonder if I can flip it. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, so normally what I do is I dump the wash water onto the milk stand. And then we see if Bailey's thinks she's done. You done, Bailey's? Are you still eating? You want me to put this in your stall? Come on. You know, if I do, everybody else will eat it too. So there's Bailey's. I'm sorry that box is there. You don't like that, do you? Okay, I guess she's done. Okay, go on. No, you're not eating any chicken feed. No, 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 no. You can't have that. Okay, so here we go. There's Velveteen. There's a guinea running. I'll walk out here with you guys. This is a frizzled chicken, and he is actually a rooster. Chops just came running in. The guinea, the chickens. Ferdinand's over there, and we have the ducks down there. And let me walk down this hill. We have a little bit of a groundhog problem, which we're working on trying to solve. I have a great big metal water trough out here. And I also have the little wading pool for the ducks. And I won't even have to go all the way out to show you guys. Okay, so there is Hammy and Ivan. You guys can say hi, Hammy, Ivan. Yeah. And as you can see, they have been rooting around in their little shelter today. Yes, her udder stays hard and or stays big, and I think it's because of some of the issues that we had this year with her. Velveteen's goes soft, Bailey's is not. If she doesn't do okay next year when she has kids, I will have to have the vet take a closer look at her. And we may have to retire her from breeding. So, but that's Hammy, and this is Ivan. And I put them in this area back here because it was shaded, because pigs do not sweat. And the last thing I need is an issue with something going wrong with one of these animals and having to have an emergency vet call. So I try to think about what their comfort zone is. Hi, Ferdinand. Come here, Fernie. Fernie, do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Oh, yes, you do. You're just a lover boy. Yes, you are. Oh. Okay, there is Tom. We have two Toms. And I think this other one is a hen. But that's our turkeys. Yeah. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. And that other noise you hear is the neighbor's peacocks. Yes. We've actually been bringing them into the barn at night, but they're not going to be breeding pigs, which is the nicest way I know to say it, because I don't want to breed pigs. So I'm trying to get their quarantine area cleaned out. and it is a mess right now. I need to go in and work on their, I will show you. I need to empty their feeder and clean it out a little bit, add to their water dish. And I emptied their water bath this morning so that I could clean it and refill it. And so, like I said, it's a mess. That area back there that's so muddy is where they go to the bathroom all the time. And they're just better off outside. I made a fly trap. I don't know if you can see that, and it is working. So I do the best I can do. Okay, now I'm going to turn on this fan. 1, 2. I leave it on high. Oh, and I'm going to put this feed dish back on the stand. I leave it on high because we thought the pigs were cold, and I turned it down to. Sorry, guys. Let me get everything here. You can see how strong that is. I turned it down to a number 2, and I came out, and the pigs were acting like they were just a little bit hot. So I turned it back up to a number 3, and even though they're not in here, I have to keep my barn locked because people think they can just walk on my property and do whatever. And until we get perimeter fencing up and get it all locked, I have to keep the barn locked. So I don't have the airflow that I would like to have. So by leaving it on, it does pull a little bit of air from the chicken area until I lock them at night and blows it into the pig and goat area. Now, we leave the goats out all night now. We've got a hornet's nest, and we can't close their door until we figure out how to get rid of that. And somebody told me to drown it with water. And I did that. And the hornets are still there. I don't really want to use a spray because, well, that's where the goats hang out. And so I'm thinking we may have to wait until cold weather and then deal with it. And that's why Jeff quit cleaning out the goat side of the barn. So, okay, and now we're back in the house. And I will flip this around and show you guys. Okay, so that's the milk I got tonight. My next step is my kitchen is very tiny. It was built in 1935, and one of the first things I asked for when we got this house was to have this kitchen remodeled so that it was functional. And 20 years later, that hasn't happened. And to be truthful with you, I don't know that it's going to happen. So I deal with it. But I'm going to get my Instant Pot here because I don't have a pasteurizer anymore because my 1950s pasteurizer took a dump. And you can see how that fan blew my hair every which way. Anyway, my pasteurizer took a dump, and I have not been able to find another one like that actually works. I know I could get a more modern one, but they are very, very expensive. So I use my Instant Pot, and what I'm doing is putting a cup of water in this bigger pot, and then I'm going to get this little black thing that is used in pressure canners to keep your jars off the bottom of the pressure canner. And then I'm going to get this smaller pot. Jeff was absolutely genius when he figured out how we could do this without me having to use canning jars. So I am very, very grateful for that, because I was using canning jars and then trying to cool the hot jars with the hot milk in it, and it was not working well. Okay, so let me see where I can. If you're wondering what that is behind me, that is my baker's rack where I keep track of everything that I use every single day. I have 2 milk filters in this. And then what I'm going to do is, you guys probably can't see this. Let me see if I can move it. I'm going to dump the milk through here so that if there's any dirt, hair, whatever that fell off the goat while I was milking, it will be caught in the strainer. And I use 2 because sometimes if you only use 1, you're going to get stuff that sneaks through. Okay. I do have, sorry, Jeff was trying to call me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn this on, and then when I get done, 1 minute on steam with keep warm completely off, pressure completely off, for those of you that want to try to do it this way. And when I'm done, I'm going to run it through my cream separator, which I will show you here in a minute. I need to rinse this stuff out with cold water. Okay. This is not put together right, because this one moves, and I will separate those. But this is my cream separator, and that's what separates my cream. And then I put the cream in one jar, and I put the milk in the other little pint jars, and I put them in the freezer for 30 minutes. And then I put everything in the refrigerator, and I mix the milk. And then I wash everything up, because I end up with, I think I've got to wash, yeah, I've got to do some washing now because my half-gallon canning jars are all filled with milk. So I had to buy some more today, and we're going to have to buy a freezer this weekend. Do you see how much milk? And that doesn't include what's in my freezer. But we're going to have to buy another freezer because I don't want to just feed the milk to the pigs or the chickens or whatever. I actually want to save it for winter use. And I'm thinking that I'm going to milk at least to the end of September and maybe into October, because there's no point of feeding these goats and doing all of this work to have them in milk to not take advantage of all the milk that I can have. And I want to show you this too. These are my butter molds that came today. I do have the butter bells, but these actually, there are lines inside, like when you buy the butter at the store and it has the lines on the packaging. There are lines inside of this that imprint into your butter so that I can know where each tablespoon mark on the butter is. So that's going to be wonderful. I can freeze the butter. So this is going to be absolutely wonderful to finally be getting things together and hopefully being able to get that freezer this weekend. It is $650 plus tax, normally $999 plus tax. So great deal. And most of the bee removal companies around here want to charge. So I wish I could get someone to volunteer, but we've pretty well decided that we're just going to have to wait because, again, I don't want the chemicals sprayed or anything like that. And they are ground hornets. So I don't want to lose my goats. I really love them, and I don't want them getting into something they shouldn't. And I spend a lot of money for their organic feed and all the things that I do. So they're not really bothering the goats. It was more because Jeff was disturbing the area by putting the pitchfork down. So anyway, guys, my milk is heating. I only had a minute. Once it gets up where it's past preheat. So I need to deal with that and get this milk because it's really important that I have everything done and that milk cool down to 40 degrees within 30 minutes so that I can keep it at the same level of production that they would do commercially that you would buy in the stores. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope all of you have a fantastic weekend, and I will talk to you later. Bye.